Hey, here we go. Another episode of Horse Race Bets with me, Ken Rudolph. It is episode number 19. We're coming to another weekend of Kentucky Derby prep races, 81 days roughly until Kentucky Derby number 151. So let's take a look at our Derby top five because we are probably, well, I don't think we're going to make any changes, but we're going to be watching some things coming up this weekend. Take a look at the update on our Kentucky Derby top five. Citizen Bull remains in the top spot. And word is now from Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert that Citizen Bull will only run one more time before the Kentucky Derby. He's had quite a few starts already, and he looks really good. So he doesn't really need much more conditioning. So he'll get one more in the Santa Anita Derby, most likely, and that'll be his final prep before the Kentucky Derby. His stablemate Barnes has some options. He may ship out to Oaklawn Park and run in the Rebel Stakes, but Bob said he doesn't want to ship that horse more than once. He's kind of babying that horse because he's so precocious and so expensive that they want to make sure they take every right step. So he'll either ship once out or he'll stay back and run in the San Felipe. Burnham Square. I love this horse, but I'm afraid of this horse. I'm hoping this horse hasn't peaked already. He had an incredible run in the Holy Bull. He'll come back in the Fountain of Youth Stakes, and hopefully he can not only sustain that run, but improve upon that. He was really professional and just really, really nice looking horse, but these things, they say, are like strawberries. They can spoil overnight, so hopefully Burnham Square keeps it together. All right, now the bottom two, 4 and 5, are going to be featured this weekend. Built is scheduled to run in the Risen Star coming up on Saturday. I like the horse, but I'm a little worried about him as a runner. And I think I'll be able to find out exactly if he's for real or if he's wasting my time, because Louis Saez will be in the irons and Louis will give him an exceptional ride. And I think Louis is going to take him to the front so he's not too far off the pace, and then we'll see what happens in the stretch for the Risen Star. Meanwhile, a little bit later on, Bob Baffert's other horse, Getaway Car, gets a serious test in the Sunland Park Derby on Sunday. And Getaway Car has speed, and that race is jam-packed full of speed. I believe they'll try and sit just off of whoever wants to get really, really froggy and jump out there. And the test is to see if Getaway Car can sit and then go. He's going to need to do that in the Derby because he's not faster than Citizen Bull. And I don't think he's faster than Barnes. So he's going to have to learn. And if he does, it's fantastic. If he doesn't, whatever. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. Speaking of being on to the next one, breeding, bloodlines, right? Pedigree, those things are really, really, really important in horse racing. And I don't know what you think, but I don't really care what science says. You cannot make a baby without the mama. And we got some future baby mamas hitting the track because it's all about 3-year-old fillies getting ready for the Kentucky Oaks. And they've got themselves a prep race coming up on Saturday. It is right before the Risen Star. It's the Rachel Alexandra Stakes. Can I just tell you, I have never in my life wanted to beat a horse more than I wanted Zenyatta to beat Rachel Alexandra. And I'll go on record, I said it then, I'll say it today. The connections of Rachel Alexandra, they were afraid of Zenyatta. I'm not kidding. I don't really care if anybody challenges me, fight me in the parking lot. They were afraid because Zenyatta gave them an opportunity to come to Oaklawn Park in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and they said no. They didn't want to come across for Breeders' Cup either. They wanted to face watered-down 3-year-old boys in the division there and then beat them up. And she did. But she didn't want any part of Zenyatta. Like I said, fight me in the parking lot if you want to. However, because Rachel Alexandra was so great, there's a race named after her for 3-year-old fillies getting set for the Oaks. And it's a really, really nice field of runners. And I'm going to keep it simple. It's only 7 runners. That's one of the things about a lot of these races with these fillies. We don't really get good full fields until Oaks Day. A field of 7. And there are 2 really interesting runners, but I really like Mr. Kenny McPeak's runner, Ballerina d'Oro. Ballerina d'Oro. She ran into Lone Speed last time out, Muhima. And she was trying to get to her, but it's impossible to catch Lone Speed unless that speed is cheap. Well, that speed wasn't cheap, but she was closing. And I think she's got a real serious kick. We'll see if she can get to Simply Joking, who's going to be the speed in the race. But I love the 3. And so I love the 3 so much that I'm going to try and make something special happen. So we've talked this week about what I like in the Risen Star. I talked about the 12. Vamos Carlitos. That's my top pick. And so now, with Ballerina Duro as my pick in the Rachel Alexandra, we're going to put them both together. We're going to do the Rachel Risen Daily Double. So that's the Rachel Alexandra into the Risen Star. Races 13 and 14 to wrap up the card on Friday. The only wrinkle is it's supposed to start raining around post time for race number 13. And considering how they run their races at the fairgrounds, they're super lazy about it. Never in a hurry. It's the Big Easy, right? They're never in a hurry, so they're always behind their post times. That means that rain might hit them right square in between the eyes there on the Rachel Alexandra. It may not affect the track for that race, but it might affect the track for the Risen Star, and that will be a concern for the horse Built that I have on my top 5 list. But we're going to play ourselves a $5 double with the 3, Ballerina Duro, and the 6, Simply Joking, along with the 9, Built, and the 12, Vamos Carlitos. That's our top pick there. Going to play a $5 double, and that's going to cost us $20 total. And I think there's a great chance to get value in that situation there. Now, that's what's coming up on Saturday. A lot of great racing over the weekend. Can't have your weekend without a Friday night. And Friday night at Turfway Park is always interesting. So this week, we played a couple of tickets. We played the A-hole ticket on Wednesday. And we looked like an a-hole because the jockey that we went against, because we had a beef with him, he knocked us out and won the last 2 races. Adam Basitza, you know I respect you, but it's a vibe thing, bro. We got to vibe together. So I'm going to try and vibe with you on Friday. Thursday, I wasn't even really close. So we'll come back again and do it here on Friday. All right, let's take a look at what we're working with. Because what we're going to do is once again play the late pick 5. It starts in race number 6. But here we're going to also keep it pretty simple. It's going to be a $2 play. The total ticket is $36. The 2 and the 3 in that first race there. The 3 is my man, Fernando de la Cruz, and they have the speed there, but that 2 horse is a really, really impressive closer, and they're going to be obviously motoring down the lane. We'll see if Fernando can hold them off. Race number 7, the 10 RJ is Lone Speed to the outside. The thing about Turfway Park is really weird is that Lone Speed should win more often than not, but it doesn't. It's a really, really weird track, and I can't explain it. I'm just trying to get a little piece and get out. The 10 is Lone Speed. Somebody might try to jump out there, but they should not let them. 10, just go to the lead and keep going, bruh. Then in race number 8, now we got ourselves a situation. Because what we're going to do there is we're going to single the jockey that we've been talking about, how we can't catch Adam Basitza, right? But in race number 8, man, he's got the best horse in there. Now, the problem is Fantastical at these levels, right, when they're in this situation, allowance, optional claiming level, it's hard to win 2-3 races in a row. The horse won last time out. 2 starts back. He couldn't quite get to the winner, and he ran second. He should win this race. And if he doesn't, I'm like, yeah, okay. It's one of those things that horse players are like, okay, let me get this straight. For the trainer, right? You've got a horse in great form. You were second, 2 starts back, barely lost. Then you came back last time and crushed them. So now if you come out here on Friday and your horse lays an absolute egg, that's why horse players are like, what the flip are you doing? Like, how could your horse be that good? Then all of a sudden they show up at the track and they run like an ass. Like, come on, man. It's never easy to comprehend or accept. Like, I had a horse Thursday at Turfway Park that was second choice in the wagering, never showed any speed, ran last. Like, what are you doing? Like, you need to come back and tell me, hey, man, my horse was sick today, or because you just can't come out there and run like a dummy and then don't say anything. Anyway, but I digress. We singled the 7 in race number 8. Race number 9, 2, 4, and 9. The 9's going to be in a good spot. The 2 is my man Fernando de la Cruz with some speed and a big price. We'll see if he can hold him off. The 4 is going to be the favorite. Final race, the 10. The 3 is a deep closer that's got a lot of class. The 6 is the speed in race number 10. The 8 is a horse that'll be sitting just off the pace, and that's my guy again, Fernando de la Cruz. He's on the 8, so I'm hoping to get that value. If I can get that 3, 10, 7, 2, 8, woo-wee, that will be fantastical. So we'll put it in. $2 is the play. Do your math. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 times 2 is 36. There you go. You can play that, and hopefully it'll work out for all of us. I'm positive it's going to work out for me. Trust me, I just got a good vibe about it. All right, that's going to do it for episode number 19 of Horse Race Bets with me, Ken Rudulph. In the meantime and in between time, and until next time, we will see you then. Enjoy yourself, or good luck. and enjoy whatever you're into. And we'll see you.